In my hands is a magical bag. Let's open it and see what's inside. It turns out it's just a simple lock. This lock is pretty common. Almost every household has at least one. From the shed door to the tool cabinet or even the little gate outside, it's everywhere. Using it is easy. Just a single key, a gentle twist, and the lock clicks open. No force needed, just a little finesse. But tell me, have you ever lost a key? That moment feels like standing in front of a door with no way in, a mix of frustration and a little comedy. I just remembered a great little trick you'll love. What do you think? In this situation, could this multi-purpose nail clipper actually come in handy? I can say for sure, we'll make good use of the little knife hidden inside this multi-purpose nail clipper. No worries, this blade isn't sharp at all, so there's no risk of cutting yourself. It's just sturdy enough to handle the lock. Now I'll use a marker to mark the exact spot on the blade that needs to be removed. This small step is important because it gives us a clear guide, helping avoid mistakes or unnecessary adjustments. With the mark in place, the next steps will be smoother and faster. Secure the nail clip in the vise so it stays steady while you work. I finished cutting the mark spot, and everything looks neat and just as planned. After using the grinder to cut, I realized it needs a bit more trimming, so I marked the spot again with a marker. After removing from the vise, I take a closer look and see the blade now has a perfect shape. A thin, narrow tip to slide neatly into the keyway, and a sturdy body that won't bend under pressure. So, we just completed our first lockpicking tool. Let's call it the tension wrench. Using it is simple. Insert it gently into the lock, give it a slight twist, and feel the tiny movements inside the mechanism. However, this tool alone won't do the trick. To open a lock smoothly, we'll need to make one more supporting tool to work alongside it. Now, I'm going to make use of this motorcycle valve. First, I'll carefully remove the inner core, leaving the hollow metal tube intact. This small tube will act as a secondary but essential material to craft an additional lockpicking tool. And here it is. This aluminum rivet is the real main character. I'll attach its head to the hollow valve tube we prepared earlier. To secure it firmly, I'll use a hand rivet gun. This method is simple yet ensures a tight, solid fit. keeping the tool steady and reliable when working on the lock. Using this tool is quite straightforward. Insert the rivet's body into the lock, then perform a few small maneuvers to release the latch. But before that, the rivet's body needs to be flattened slightly. I start hammering gently to flatten the rivet's body. After hammering, I'll carefully grind body, shaping it to perfection so it fits the lock's keyway smoothly and works effortlessly. After grinding, I notice the surface is still a bit rough, so I'll use a blade to shave it down slightly, making it smoother for easier insertion into the lock. After grinding, I notice the surface is still a bit rough, so I'll use a blade to shave it down slightly, making it smoother for easier insertion into the lock. This tool still needs one final step, bending its tip at a 90-degree angle. I grip the tool firmly, clamp the pliers right where I need to bend, then apply steady pressure to shape it into a clean 90-degree angle. Moving slowly and evenly ensures the metal doesn't crack or twist out of line. It's all done. Now, I'll combine these two tools to start picking the lock. Watch closely. With a bit of coordination, the lock will click open in no time. See that? I open it pretty quickly. But now, I'll go slower so everyone can clearly watch each step and understand how the lock works. First, we'll start with the straight tool. Insert it gently into the lock. No need for too much force. A light, steady pressure lets you feel the mechanism inside far more clearly. Once it's in the right position, apply a slight twist to create consistent tension, almost like setting the rhythm for a song that's about to begin. Now, bring in the 90-degree bend tool. Slide it carefully right above the straight one. Then start moving it slowly up and down, as if you're listening to the lock. Each time you feel a pin click or shift, maintain that steady twist with the straight tool. Patience here is key. As the last pin releases, you'll hear a subtle click, a satisfying sign that the lock is ready to open. The real secret lies in the harmony between the two tools. One maintains tension while the other searches for those tiny pins. When done right, the lock will open smoothly, almost like the calm pleasure of sipping a perfectly brewed morning coffee. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to keep me motivated to share even more tips and tricks. And who knows, In the upcoming videos, I might reveal some fascinating techniques you can easily try at home.